Good day, everyone. It's wonderful to be with you all. This is our first collaborative service of 2026. And I think might be the second time that we've been virtual in our collaborative service with you all. So, joyful 2026, everyone. So I wanted to share. Sometimes I go online to see, I wonder what day is being observed today. So today is National Gourmet Coffee Day. So to all of you coffee drinkers out there, yes, hold up that mug with pride feed. Cheers to you. So take a sip, take a breath. Yes, and enjoy your cup of joy. So tomorrow we honor the life and legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There's going to be a beloved community commemorative service tomorrow at 10 a.m. that's being live streamed from Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. So you want to check that out. You can visit the King Center website for the live stream and MLK Day of Service opportunity. So tomorrow there's a lot of service activities happening to honor Dr. King. So our theme for 2026 is Open at the Top. And our January theme is Ancient Wisdom, New Thought. So one of the things that we do at Centers for Spiritual Living every January is we return to the first four chapters of the Science of Mind text by Ernest Holmes. And these four chapters serve as our foundation for the teachings of religious science and new thought. So today we're going to weave together new thought through chapter 4 of the Science of Mind, which is how to use it. How to use it. And we're going to weave in ancient wisdom from a beautiful book called Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And I am enjoying this book so much. It's short stories weaving in nature, wisdom, Mother Nature. It's absolutely fabulous. And I want to share a story from the book with you today. So, our message today is cause and effect in the sweetgrass. So, the core teachings of chapter 4 is simple and profound. How to use it? You use it. How do you use it? You use it by using it. How do we use it? We use it. That's how we use it. Simple, right? So the law does not use us. We use the law. So on page 51 of Science of Mind, Holmes writes this. One of the great difficulties in the new order of thought is that we are likely to indulge in too much theory and too little practice. So we could think about using the law. We have to actually practice using the law, taking action. He also writes, it has been proved that by thinking correctly and by a conscious mental use of the law of mind, we can cause it to do definite things for us and through us. By conscious thinking, we give conscious direction to it. So Holmes is simply telling us the law always works. The question is, how are we working with the law? How are we using the law? In Braiding Sweetgrass, Robin, the author, tells the story of a remarkable ecological experiment, and it's conducted by her graduate student, Lori. So Robin proposes to Lori to study sweetgrass as a thesis project, to study it using scientific methods. So to have plots and controls and measurements and comparison. And the research question that was to be explored is, what are the best harvesting practices for sweetgrass? But Lori, the graduate student, faced opposition, and her opposition came from the faculty committee. She had to present her thesis question. And one of the committee members was the dean, and this is what he said to her. Anyone knows that harvesting a plant will damage the population. You're wasting your time. And I'm afraid I don't find this whole traditional indigenous knowledge thing very convincing. I'm adding the drama, y'all. You'll know. You'll know. All right. But Lori held her ground and she moved forward. She created 3 plots: a control plot where the sweetgrass was untouched, hand pulling where the grass was pulled up by its roots, and hand pinching where the grass was pinched off individually at the base without disturbing the roots. So we have control, hand pulling, and hand pinching. So for 2 years, Lori harvested, recorded, and measured the response of each plot of the sweetgrass. She spent so much time in the meadow that neutrality became impossible. She grew fond of the sweetgrass, but she treated each plot with equal mindfulness, equal respect, and equal gratitude. Sweetgrass harvested in the study was weighed, counted, and gifted to basket masters. So they just didn't harvest it and then toss it to the side. They harvested and gave it to basket makers. So they were keeping the law of circulation, the law of reciprocity alive. So let me ask y'all, which method do you think harvested the most sweetgrass? The control, the hand picked, or the hand pinched? So remember, the control, nothing was done with the sweetgrass. It was untouched. The hand pulling, grass was pulled up to the root, and the hand pinching, grass was pinched off individually at the base, but the roots were undisturbed. So let's see. You could put it in the chat if I could see. I don't know why I can't see y'all in the chat. Okay. So Fee said we use it by using it controlled. Levi said hand pinched because Mother Nature knows what to do, when to do it, and why to do it, Fee said. Chris said hand pinched. Carl said pinched. Okay. So let me share with you. I'm going to just read a little bit. These are the results. The surprise was that the failing plots were not the harvested ones, as predicted, but the unharvested controls. The sweetgrass that had not been picked or disturbed in any way was choked with dead stems while the harvested plots were thriving. Even though half of all stems had been harvested each year, they quickly grew back, completely replacing everything that had been gathered. In fact, producing more shoots than were present before harvest. Picking sweetgrass seemed to actually stimulate growth. In the first year's harvest, the plants that grew the very best were the ones that were hand pulled, yanked up in a handful with their roots. And that happened because when you pull the sweetgrass up by its roots, there's little buds in the roots that fall into the soil and they grow, right? But whether it was pinched or pulled, the end result was nearly the same. It didn't seem to matter how the grass was harvested, only that it was. So the hand pulled and the pinched methods both harvested the sweetgrass. The control plot suffered. I find this just amazing. All right. Let me calm down. Okay. So Lori's findings shocked the committee. Y'all remember the guy who said, I'm afraid I don't find this whole traditional indigenous knowledge thing very convincing. Remember him? He had to eat those words. So Lori told the committee, the untouched sweetgrass declined. The hand pulled sweetgrass grew back strong, and the hand pinched sweetgrass flourished most of all, tall, green, and abundant. So Robin noted that while the results surprised the academic ecologists, they were completely aligned with indigenous wisdom. If we use a plant respectfully, it will stay with us and flourish. If we ignore it, it will go away. Why? Because in indigenous science, harvesting is not extraction. It is relationship. It is reciprocity. It is gratitude in motion. So sweetgrass thrives when tended, respected, and engaged with. So Lori's findings illuminated the principles of how to use it. The untouched plot declined, just like parts of our lives decline when we ignore them. The law mirrors whatever consciousness we impress upon it. The hand-harvested plots flourished because reciprocity was active. There was a relationship, there was respect, there was intention. So the heart of chapter 4 of the Science of Mind is that we direct the law through intentional thought and loving engagement. We consciously choose how to use it, and we participate with the infinite. We do not dominate it. So Lori's experiment speaks loudly into this world that we are living in right here and right now. We are witnessing the results of unconscious harvesting, extraction, division, greed, injustice, fear, policies that ignore human dignity, systems that treat people like they're not people. So what we see that happens when a society harvests without reciprocity. And this is a lesson that our country has not learned reciprocity, right? And so nature teaches us, and we could learn by paying attention to nature. We can see what happens without reciprocity. The fields wither. They wither and they die. But yet, spirit keeps giving. The earth keeps teaching, and sweetgrass itself keeps whispering. There is another way. There is a reciprocal way. There is a sacred way. And New Thought teaches we must consciously unify with the good we desire. The ancient wisdom of sweetgrass is teaching us, tend to me, and I will thrive with you. And the world is crying out, y'all. We are tired. We are tired. Tend to us. Tend to each other. So how are you using the law? Ask yourself these questions. Are you ignoring parts of your life that need your loving presence? Are you ignoring parts of your life that need harvesting? Are you going through life unconscious, like the untouched sweetgrass? Are you approaching life depleted and disconnected? Or are you tending your consciousness with gratitude, intention, reciprocity, and love? We get to choose that. No matter what's going on in the world, we get to choose how we are using our consciousness, how we are harvesting love. Because the truth is, love grows where you show up with love. Life weakens where you remain unconscious. And life responds to the energy that you bring. So, right here and right now, we get to choose to participate with life consciously as hand harvesters. I just love the visual of that, to be hand harvesters of a new world, right? We choose tending, not taking, reciprocity, not greed, oneness, not division, love consciousness, not fear consciousness, oneness, not division, oneness, not division. So we are tending a new field. We are tending the field as hand harvesters, harvesters of heaven on earth, a world of connection, care, and reciprocity, a world where we are awakened to the truth of who we are. We get to be the hand harvesters of a world that works for everyone. So I have some love work for y'all. The question is, what are you harvesting? What are you harvesting? And so to support you in this, you're going to hand harvest a quality, a high vibration quality. And some of you have already done this. You're going to hand harvest an essence, an energy this year, fully embodying it, expressing it, experiencing it. So, for example, you could hand harvest love, hand harvest peace, joy, connection. You could hand harvest oneness. So, what is yours? If you already got it, you could put it in the chat. What are you harvesting for yourself and for this world? Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings. Fee said, I am harvesting. Oh, I can't see my chat. Fee, unmute and share what you're harvesting.
Thank you. I am hand harvesting connection for myself and for the world.
Beautiful. Someone else would like to share?
I will. I'm hand harvesting harmony within myself so that then I can bring that into every situation in which I am in.
Beautiful, Chris. Anyone else? Rev Donna Marie said, I am hand harvesting gratitude. Carl said, harvesting choral singing. Yes, Carl. Singing vibration. It lifts the energy. Yes, I love that. Anyone else? If you put it in the chat, I didn't say it's because I can't see it. Something's going on with my chat thing.
Peace.
Amy is hand harvesting peace. Yes, Amy.
Harmony.
Harmony. Yes, Cheryl.
Peace.
Peace. Yes.
Joy.
Joy. Yes, yes. Wonderful. So what does that mean? That means that you show up as that you are the peace, the joy, the connection, and that you are harvesting it by showing up as it in the world and with yourself. And you're holding that consciousness consciously in every interaction, y'all. You don't get to pick and choose where you're going to show up as love. You show up as love. You show up as peace. All right. Thank y'all. Peace and blessings.